I am an Erasmus Mundus alumnus. I finished from University of Barcelona in the year 2022. And after that, I finished from Gdansk University of Technology in the year 2023. So in the course of that, I was privileged to attend two universities in Europe, one in Barcelona in Spain, and the second one in Gdansk in Poland. Also, at the moment, I am a supply chain professional working for a fast moving consumer goods in Warsaw, here in Poland.
So tell
Mhm.
us, what is Erasmus Mundus scholarship about?
Erasmus Mundus Scholarship is a scholarship sponsored by the European Union. It has been on for quite a number of years now. However, its popularity in Nigeria is not that much until recently, probably about a decade ago, maybe about 7 or 6 years ago, when some group of Nigerians who are past alumnus, they decided to raise their awareness, and since then, many other Nigerians like myself, we've been able to benefit because of this publicity that they have done. So the scholarship, like I mentioned, is open to everybody, irrespective of your nationalities, irrespective of the countries you come from, irrespective of the continent you come from. There is no barrier there. Either you finish with a higher national diploma, either you finish with a bachelor's degree. And one good thing there is, while I was applying for the Erasmus Mundus scholarship, it used to be the fact that you can only apply for 3 programs. However, now the rule has been elapsed, and people can even apply for as much as possible programs. And as at the last count, I think we even have more than 140 programs so far. And
Wow.
one mistake that people used to make is maybe somebody studied maybe food science and technology, for example, and you are looking for a master's degree in food science and technology. You will not see something like that. What you need to do is look at the course synopsis, look at whether what you did in your bachelor's degree, your course outlines, if you see any relationships there about there, and you see
Like
that it
something
aligns.
related to the course,
Exactly,
right?
exactly, exactly. And you see that it aligns with probably your career dreams or thereabouts, you are good to go. I read food science and technology, for example, and my master's degree in Nigeria is in human nutrition. Yet, the Erasmus Mundus degree that I got was in analytical chemistry. So if I do not have the insights that somebody who read food science and technology, how possible for me to apply for a programs in analytical chemistry? So it is possible I may have even missed that kind of opportunity, but I did not.
That's good. So I know that it's a full scholarship. Can you tell us what it covers, like this scholarship?
Okay. Uh, the scholarship covers so many allowances, and the very first thing you will be getting as at 2021, while I got the scholarship, I got 4,000 euro at first, and the 4,000 euro covers your wardrobe and your travel allowances. You are expected
Okay.
to travel probably with your home money from your home country. So the amount of money you spent during the processing of your travels and the likes. So it was estimated, and they will first give you 4,000 euro as at then. Also, after your first year, you are expected to move to another country because the minimum
So the
number
four
of
thousand
countries.
euro that you were given, was it
Mhm.
enough for your traveling? Like,
It was
where will
it
you be
was
traveling
it was
to?
it was
Sorry.
it was it was more than triple enough.
So, like, where will you be traveling to?
I was traveling from Nigeria to Spain as at that particular time, and I could recollect vividly.
So that's your flight. Like
Yes,
that's your flight for
yeah,
your flight.
flight, yeah,
Okay.
and wardrobe allowance
Like,
also, and wardrobe allowance
wow.
also. So I remember then, Naira was still very good, and I think my transportation was 200,000 from Nigeria to Spain, and even as at then, that is not even up to 1,000 euro, and I was giving 4,000 euro. So I still have more than
Nice.
enough. Yeah, yeah. So I still have more than enough to cover things for me as at then. Apart from your first year, also, the minimum number of countries you can travel to for Erasmus Mundus scholarship is at least 2 or 3 countries. So after your first year, your second year also, you'll be given
Are you
another
the one to
3,000.
pick the countries, or they will pick it for you?
Most of the programs have selected countries. Like there is always like a partner university that is always working hand in hand, collaboration together to make this program. So for me, there are 5 universities, 2 in Spain one in Portugal, one in Poland, and then the last one was in Norway. So after your first year program, for my home program, then we did our first year at the University of Barcelona. So you have the liberty of choosing either Portugal, Norway, or Poland. So I was the one who chose Poland myself because of
Okay.
the programs I am interested in studying for my second year. So I choose Poland. I could have decided to choose either Norway or Portugal. So for that second year also, for my travel from Spain to Poland, I was given another 30,000 euro, which I will say again in this kind of issue is even more than enough,
Enough.
because the transportation from Spain to Poland is maybe 100 or 200 euro. So you could have
Okay.
as much as possible. And apart
Okay.
from that, also for 24 months, we were giving 1,000 euros every month for 24 months. 1,000 euro every month. So
Wow.
that's like 24,000 euro.
So aside the allowances, it covers your
Mhm.
tuition,
Yeah,
your
it
travel.
cover, yeah, it covers our tuition. Tuition is free.
That's fine. So
Yeah.
so let's talk about who can apply.
Firstly, the first primary criteria is you must be a graduate, either a bachelor's degree or an HND holder. You must be a graduate. That is the first thing that is very necessary. And I would
Okay.
like to say this: many people used to have the notion that it is only people who had first class degree, only people who had second class honors, or only people who had upper credits that stand the chance of winning an Erasmus Mundus scholarship. That is a lie from the pit of hell. Some other things you must be preparing if you want to apply for Erasmus Mundus scholarship. At first, your mode of identification first is international passport. So many times when people come to me and tell me they want to apply for this scholarship, the first thing I used to ask them, do you have your passport first? So it is very, very important. That is just like as important as anything. Then most programs also, they will ask to you to write something known as statement of purpose. Some people call it motivational statement. I see it just like
Okay.
a nomenclature kind of a thing. It depends on the name they call it.
What kind of letter or document is that?
It is like a statement that they will be asking you to write to explain why you think you deserve the scholarship.
Okay,
So
you'll
it's
be the
just
one to
like,
write it
yeah,
yourself.
definitely. You write it yourself. Just like some programs will tell you they don't need
Like
more
an
than 500.
application, like you're applying
Exactly,
for a job.
exactly, exactly. Maybe
Okay.
like a cover letter
Cover
detailing,
letter.
yeah, detailing why you want to apply for the program, your vision, your mission, why you like the course objectives, what you have done before, probably some of the work experience you've had in the past also. So apart from this also, some programs require test of English language, either IELTS or TOEFL. So this test of English language, they are compulsory for some programs, while for some programs they are only necessary but not compulsory. However,
Okay.
somebody like me,
Okay. Hold on. Sorry. Okay.
mhm,
Are you saying that not all programs requires
very,
ITS or TOEFL?
very, very correct. Not all programs.
Not all programs.
Not all
So you
programs.
need
Not all
to
programs.
find out if your program requires
Hmm.
you to have ITS,
Hmm.
TOEFL before applying.
Exactly. You need to find out, and you will always see all this information in every website of that particular program. It will be there. If they need it as a compulsion, they will put it there. If it
Okay.
is not necessary, they will put it there also. So you need to find out yourself, look at the website of the programs if it is necessary or not.
How do you know the kind of program to like apply for?
There is something known as Erasmus Mundus catalog. It is just like a link showing all the programs that is offered by Erasmus Mundus scholarship by this European Union body. So when you click on the link, you will see so many programs, more than 150 of them. So what you
So
have to be
each program has its eligibility criteria and everything.
exactly. So all of them is not the same at all. So each
Oh,
program has its own eligibility criteria. So once you look at this catalog, what you only need to do is check all of them. Look from the names, you will even see some of them that you think that I think this one looks like something related to what I did in my bachelor's degree. If you want to confirm whether it is true or not, just click on that particular website, check their course objective, their course synopsis, their course outline, if it truly aligns with what you did for your bachelor's degrees. Then, if it does, the only thing you need to do is to continue your investigation and see whether it is something you want to do in that particular program, and see if it aligns with what you did also for your bachelor's, if it aligns with your dreams, if it aligns with your work experience and your goals. And
Okay.
once you do this, the necessary thing for you to do is just to check all the requirements for the programs, what is needed, the personal statement, the CV, if there is IELTS necessary, and most of the programs definitely they will also need your recommendation letters, uh, probably reference letter, so to say. Apart from this, also definitely CV is always or mostly required for majority of these programs also, and there is something known as Europass CV, EUROPASS. You can always check it on Google. That is the kind of CV
Okay.
that is always used for this Erasmus Mundus program. So you have a particular
Acceptable
template.
for
Yes,
Erasmus Mundus
yes,
and
yes.
every other.
No, acceptable for Erasmus Mundus. I'm talking about Erasmus Mundus this night.
Okay.
So Europass
Europass
CV,
CV.
yeah, yeah, is the kind of CV mostly that is always required. Apart from submitting your transcripts. Meanwhile, when you want to submit your transcripts, it is not compulsory you are looking for your former transcripts or uh, student copy is always enough. So you can always upload your student copy once you get the admission, and probably when you are processing your visa, all the necessary documents will always be required. But at least for that particular application, your student copy of transcripts is as good as okay. Mhm.
Before you apply, did you pay any sort of maybe application fee, or there is a particular fee you paid before applying or in the process of applying?
No, there's no fee attached, at least for more than 90% of programs in Erasmus. There are some that will require application fee, but they are very, very minute. Maybe less than 10% of the programs require you to pay
So
application
majority
fee.
of the program does not require
At all,
application fee.
more than 90% doesn't require it at all.
So everyone watching can actually check the link in this video, the Europass and the program catalog is there. So why do you think people should apply for this program?
One reason I would say people should apply for the program is uh, firstly, you are not spending a kobo, you are not spending a dime of your money to apply for this particular scholarship. Secondly, also, for most of the programs now, I think the money has even been upped, it has increased. In our days, it used to be 1,000 euros monthly for your monthly stipend. Now it is 1,400 euros now for majority of the new programs that is springing up. And for
Wow.
anybody that is living in Europe as a student, that is enough for you in any country to live sufficiently, at least as a student. They are not, they are definitely expecting you to cover yourself and yourself alone, your house rent, your feeding allowance, and everything. 1,400 is always going to be enough in any country in Europe. Apart from that, also, the tuition is free, so you are not worrying yourself about paying school fees. And any amount you even spend during your transportation from your own country to that particular country, it is also covered. Probably during these allowances also. And if it is not covered, I think it
Okay.
is not covered now these days because they are paying this 1,400 euro. But in a way or the other, you are good to go because you are definitely not paying anything to studying in Europe. And one thing that I used to believe Erasmus Mundus scholarship has an advantage over other kind of scholarship in Europe is that once you are done with your study, there is no obligation for you to come back to Nigeria, unlike some other scholarship like Shivning or Commonwealth scholarship, where they will be telling you that once you are done with your program, you have to return to your home country. Erasmus Mundus
Mm.
scholarship is not like that. Like I told you earlier, after I finished my master's degree in 2023, luckily enough for me, I got a job almost immediately, and I've been living in Europe since then. Nobody is asking me whether I have to return to Nigeria or not. So this is another good advantage. So if you are looking forward to making a way for yourself professionally outside the shores of Nigeria or outside the shores of your country, Erasmus Mundus scholarship is a better getaway. Apart from the fact that you will study in world class universities, you will also have the opportunity in working in any of these European countries that you must have studied.
So what were you doing before you applied for this scholarship? Because I hear about work experience, work experience. So I really want you to talk about it. But tell us, what were you doing before you applied for this scholarship?
For me, I was a lecturer. I was a lecturer at the Ogun Polytechnic, Shaki. And also,
Okay.
as at that time, I was also rounding off with my master's degree at the Federal University of Technology, Akure. So I ensured I finished that master's degree before coming here. So I was a lecturer at the Ogun Polytechnic, Shaki. And in that brief period, because I graduated in 2017 and I got the scholarship in 2021. So cumulatively, I think I have like 3 to 4 years experience prior to getting the scholarship.
Work
However,
experience. So let's
that is not a compulsion. You can always get it even
okay.
without no work experience.
Okay. So talking about the work experience, how important is this work experience before applying? Must you have like a proper like maybe 5 years work experience or
Like I said earlier, it is not compulsory. In fact, some people are getting the scholarship in their second semester of 500 level. Like if you have your transcript from 100 level to 500 level first semester, you can even use that to apply pending the time your second semester will get out. So that is to tell you that
mm,
even though work experience is good, it is not the only yardstick that is necessary. However, it helped somebody like me because I finished with a second class honor upper division. So I was looking for some other things to add to my resume to make it a little bit stronger or to make it a little bit strong since I didn't finish with a first class. So the work experience worked very well for me because in the space of that 4 years while I was lecturing, I had some publications to my name, about 10 of them, in which I also put in my CV, and I believe it also helped me to get the scholarship. So for me, work experience is a good advantage for me. I believe it helped me. However, like I mentioned, it is not compulsory. Even if you have 1 year work experience, 2 years work experience, or no work experience at all, you are good to go. However, also, I don't believe there is even any Nigerian student that doesn't have work experience, no matter how little it is. The
even if
six
it's
month,
internship,
yeah, exactly,
6 months,
you get it.
3 months?
Yeah, 6 month, 3 month. It is work experience also.
Like, what are the things that you need to avoid when applying?
Okay. One thing I think you need to avoid while applying, I think we are in the world of AI, we are in the world of chat GPT and the likes. So while writing your motivational statement, while writing your statement of purpose, be as original as possible. If you plagiarize, they will know. Definitely, these people are not stupid. Also, somebody that want to invest such large amount of money on you, they are going to do their due diligence. And so your statement of purpose must be as original as possible. All your documents, you must proofread it as much as possible, if possible. Have somebody I can call mentors or even alumnus of the programs, people who are in the programs that have gotten that particular program you want to apply before. Let them see your statement of purpose. Let them review it for you if possible. It will give you
Mm.
some better chance. They are seeing or they know some of the things that is needed in this program. Also, it is even not compulsory for you to do this. If you read that course objective, that program objective rather very well, they will always itemize everything they need. So what you need to do is just read this very well and pour all that energy in your motivational statement or in your statement of purpose. Another thing also, which people the mistake I also believe some people are making, you will look at the course program and you will see that okay, they don't need IELTS or they don't need TOEFL. I used to advise people to go and write it, even if it is needed or not. If it is not
Or
needed,
not?
yeah, there is a space whereby they used to put additional documents. If they didn't ask for it, add that IELTS or TOEFL to it as additional document. You never can know what
Okay.
you will use to edge other candidates across the globe. Remember, this program is not applied only in Nigeria or in Africa, it is across the whole world. And about 1,000 people may be applying for a program and they needed only 20. So you need to have your application as strong as possible to be able to edge out other candidates. It is the game is the game. That's just how it is.
So, according to your profile, you said you attempted 25 times. You applied 25 times for a scholarship
Yes, yes.
until you got the Erasmus. Can you quickly share what what didn't you do correctly for those 25 attempts and you did right in this one that now made you got the scholarship?
Yeah, firstly, when I started applying, my CV is never the same. For example, if I applied today, the CV I submitted in 2017, for example, is definitely not going to be the same in 2018. That means I have an additional 1 year work experience, isn't it? Also, during this moment, also, because I was in the university, I was having opportunity of publishing research article, research papers, original scientific papers. So every time I'm always in the laboratory doing this, trying to publish one paper or the other. So the year I got the scholarship, I already have more than enough. I had like about 10 research articles already, which is a very big deal. A very big deal if you have 10 scholarly articles. So I was not having up to this, even though I was having during those moments also, but it was not as big as this. Also, I ensured that I wrote IELTS this last time. I wrote IELTS. I don't have IELTS in the previous applications I was submitting. I do not have. But this time around, I have that. I have more work, more years of work experience. That is another thing. And secondly, also another thing also, uh, for every failure, I'm always learning from what I did wrong the other time. I'm always trying to improve my CV. I'm always trying to improve my motivational statement. I'm always trying to fine tune it to make it better, because it is only a fool that want to do the same thing the same way and expect different results. So definitely you have
Exactly.
to try different things to be able to
Exactly.
get it. And at the end of the day, I think the God factor also work probably, and yeah, definitely, man proposes, God disposes. So in a way, I, I, God disposition later worked out for me, so to say.
But can
Mhm.
people reach you like for guidance on your social media platforms? Can people reach out to you?
Yes, Badiu Akinbode is my, yes, I can definitely send my LinkedIn profile, and I'm also active on Twitter also. So
Okay.
I will definitely put my Twitter username
So
and
I can
my
drop
LinkedIn.
your
Yes,
social
yes,
media
yes,
handles in the
yes, yes,
description so
yes,
people
yes.
can reach out to you for guidance.
You have the
All
permission.
right. I think that's cool. Thank you so much. I wanted to ask you about life, like living abroad on scholarship, but because of our time.
Yeah, it is fine. Living abroad in scholarship is fine. One thing I love about it is Europe is very beautiful. The close proximity to one another. You have the opportunity of traveling from one country to another. As of
Like
2021,
exploring different
yeah, yeah.
countries,
2020, as of 2021, before I left the shores of Nigeria, I've never been to any other country apart from that. And so far, so good. I think I've been to 17 countries, if I can recollect quite all right. I've been to 17 countries here, and that is because of the opportunity I have living in Europe, the close proximity of these countries, the Schengen visa. It allows you to visit different countries without you needing to get a visa. So I can just decide to pack my load today and say I want to
that's so
visit.
exciting.
I want to visit a brother in Milan, and off I go. So that's one of the good things
That's
about
so great.
living
That's
in
so
Europe.
great. All
Yeah.
right. So thank you so much. I'm really grateful. You really shared a lot of information that is helpful for future applicants. So if you're inspired and you want to apply, but you need maybe like guidance, you can reach out to Badiu Akinbode on a social media handles. I'll drop it in the description of this video. Thank you so much for your time. We're
Yeah,
grateful.
it's a player. It's
Yeah.
a player. It's a player. Thank you
Thank you
for
and
what you are
enjoy the
doing
rest
also.
of your day.
Yes, you too. Bye bye.
Bye.
Thank you.